So Jungle, you rolled a 4. You catch a glimpse of the roguish-looking jailkeeper, and her eyes are fixed on the little symbol that you just barely managed to hide. But instead of suspicion or any other kind of enraged reaction, all she gives you is a wink.
Yeah.
The female map back in the cell squints, leans in. I know you. These lads might be new recruits, but I've been around long enough to recognize your face, Turkey Boy. She presses her face against the bars. You figure they'll put you right here with us if somebody lets it slip that Krell's favorite bruiser is strutting free around town. But I'll tell you what, for old time's sake, and for the loyalty I owe my fellow brothers and sisters, I won't let these guards outside know who you really are. I just hope that you and your new friends sleep well tonight, knowing what you did to us today.
Yeah.
You want to be in the room as well, you are.
Was
I'm
it?
not there now. But I want to be. I want to bring
You can
them,
walk in.
I want to bring them, because Rolo would feel bad. She wants to bring them maybe like a platter of cheese and like cut apples. And maybe like in her other hand, I can like roll for it. She can balance like 4 cups of like milk. Small cups.
Jailer does not forbid you from bringing these goods into the cell. She gives a quick look just to see if you're smuggling anything below the plate. Are you?
No. It's just like football. And I come over to this and I'm guessing there's like there's a box area where there's no bars, and I can slide in food under. Is there like a spot like that?
There's like a little slot in the door for that, yeah, like a tray slot.
I kind of like I tap my knuckle on the cell and with a kind gesture give them the platter, both platters.
You're an odd bunch. You treat us with kindness. Take our things. Bring us food. But beggars and choosers. I'm starving. And indeed, you see them gobble it all up like they haven't eaten in days.
I'm gonna speak as Rolo. I know you may not forgive us for what we have done, but it wasn't for what you did. Hurting. Was there a purpose for you to trap an innocent soul along the road? Or was it just under command or order?
The Mappak, hugging his knees and kind of taking care of his paw, looks up at you through tear eyes. We didn't mean to hurt her. We do what we must to survive. We would have just let her go afterwards.
Wouldn't you prefer a job where you're welcomed in a village?
We tried that. The bird council did not even let us into into Alderheart.
Have you considered taking a voyage elsewhere and find a place where you'd be accepted and have a new start, a fresh start?
At this point, I'll consider anything rather than being sent to Alderheart.
Would you like to join us to eventually maybe find a town where you can possibly exchange friendly relationships between the townfolk and possibly get a job?
He looks at you, darting his eyes between your face and the many faces on the billboard, the wanted posters and whatnot.
Can I speak to them in that
Thieves can't?
Thieves can't, if they understand
Certainly
it.
try.
So to convince them, like, I was in your place once. I know how hard it can be.
Doesn't make them less wanted.
I can be suspicious sometimes too because I'm in the Vulpin race. And, you know, and I'm not looked at funny sometimes, but I'm still trying to, you know, fit in. So I'm trying to like relate to them and be like, you know, yes, there's hardships.
So bottom line, what's your end persuasion here? For new party members?
New party members, you know. Come
no
on,
chill.
Anyway, would you like to stay here in the jail cell and rot, or would you like to come with us? freedom, fresh air, and having a shower.
You're not gonna get
Alright.
You're wanted. Who are you to give them freedom?
You can work for me.
Who are you to give them freedom? They're wanted.
But if they work for me, I'm not
Okay.
gonna actually give them jobs.
Okay.
So if they work for me under
So
my,
if you go to a jail cell right now and you just like point on the murderer and be like,
I'll
oh,
pay the
if you just pick up a murderer from like you saw in the news,
But
like,
they're
oh,
not
that
murderers.
guy killed
But
his
they're
wife,
not a murderer.
and like,
They're not. Okay, then I don't know. Never mind.
You should have done this before we put him in jail.
She was just pointing at Chungo. Chungo turned new leaf.
Okay.
They can't too.
are you offering them disguises?
I don't have disguise.
No.
Ooh,
Just offer them
bye.
hard.
Just roll them around in a bunch of coal. They'll be completely black.
Rolo, I understand that you want to help them. But they're already here and they did do wrong things. And I'm sure if you asked them and they, for once, decided to be honest, it probably isn't the first time that they've harmed an innocent. At this point, we've already put them in the jail. And we just kind of have to let this system deal with it as they really have to, let them uphold the rules. As much as I know that I'm not one to necessarily stand by unfair rules, there isn't too much we can do at this point.
Well, perhaps there is. He says to you in Thieves' Camp, like, motions you closer, and with a swift motion passes you an item into your paws, like into the inside of your pocket, with like a really swift sleight of hand motions. You feel like the crumple of like paper in your pocket.
I put my hand in my pocket and I feel the item. Wait, who did this and pocket did it go into?
Yours.
Okay, into my pocket. I put my paw into my pocket and I feel around. May you please describe what is in my pocket for me?
It feels like a piece of paper.
It's like a piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The bandit does nothing else. He just, with a swift motion, does this, and he goes back to his plate of food, wanting to seem any more conspicuous than it already is.
I'm gonna let the bandits know, like, I'm not gonna forget about them. I'm gonna try to help them in the near future whenever there's an opportunity possible. Because maybe they can work to repay for what the damage they've caused.
Speaking of helping around, says the jailer, and payments and all that, she's just kind of like puts her palm up, like, it would be a real shame if somebody said I just heard, if I just let the Magister know that we have coalition about and coalition sympathizers. A mere payment of, I don't know, 20 gold will guarantee I will keep this to myself tonight.
We brought these guys in. They could have done much more harm to your townfolk if it wasn't for us.
Oh, yeah, no, I get it. But
You
that's not the
take
point.
your hand, put it back in your pocket, and we've done nothing wrong. You just go shove it where the sun don't shine. We're leaving.
It's your funeral.
I
Come
do
on,
love
Rolo, we
reading
need
about
to head
fungus.
You need to go find Pavo.
The jailer just looks at you and goes, "See you around, turkey boy.
Have a good day.
I have a feeling I'll be seeing you in this very cell by day's end."
Chungo doesn't think about that. Chungo been in jail. Chungo got out of jail. Chungo do get.
Chungo ain't no pussy.
Jungle will make you pussy.
But Chungo good guy.
Take that
Chungo
with
not bad.
how you will.
Okay.
I scoff and I stomp out of the jail and I go back wandering over to the
I'm just gonna make
tree.
a note for development. Name.
As they leave, I want to turn back to Nim, and I
Okay.
want to empty my pockets because I don't have any
And I
money.
go
What are you, what's in your
I go back
pockets?
to Pavo.
Nothing.
Tell
I
her
don't
that
have anything. Maybe
we're
some ration
gathering.
bars fall out.
Who rations nuts? And was like, I'm afraid I won't do. No. I need something a little bit more substantial. They ain't paying me enough, you know. And listen, I'm on your side here. I would love to see these little fellas let go, but my job's a job, and what can you do? But 20 gold, and what's to say that I don't accidentally leave the keys within arm's reach overnight or something?
Chogo thinks you have 4 free soldiers in your jail. 4 free people to work.
That's slavery.
But
No, it's not.
It's slavery? Where they steal stuff?
She assumes adamant on that 20 gold bribe to keep her silence, or, what happens, happens.
Choco doesn't have 20 gold.
Alright. That seems like your problem to figure out, say, by day's end.
Chungo has 5 tents.
5?
During this exchange, after I've stomped out while you guys are having this exchange, once I get to the base of this jail tree thing, I take the piece of parchment out of my pocket and I look around, making sure that no one's around.
Looking around,
and
nobody,
I read the parchment.
Yeah, looking around, nobody's around. You take a quick look at it. It's written in like that chicken scratch, really hastily, as if it was written right there in a jail cell with like a piece of coal or something. It's just a simple message. If you want to help, perhaps you can. And it's a dotted path line that you recognize to be the road, the eastern road. Elder Heart is marked as a giant tree, and then a certain passage leading through the woods ends with an X in the mountains. If you cross-reference that with any map, it will lead to a specific location.
If I go to the items, we have the map somewhere, right? In the items.
Yes,
note it.
I have the map. In its map case.
Who has the map again? Pablo has the map, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm gonna go and see Pavo. The map changed. I'm gonna go see Pavo and ask him if I could look at the map. I know that he's at the bookstore because I talked to him before I went over to the prison, so I'm gonna go back to the bookstore and talk to Pavo.
But if we get arrested, that's a free thing to Elderheart. And also, legally, there's nothing wrong with Odin. We didn't do anything.
See what you can do.
I'm gonna go find that fox lady and be like, you owe me one. Go save your teammates.
You owe me one?
Well, cause she gave me that gash on the chest, and it's ugly, and Rolla isn't like that. Rolla didn't have a fair fight, so.
It's ugly, and I'm ugly, and I hate it.
I feel like you don't owe. She doesn't owe you anything.
If
But we
anything,
tried.
we owe her because we fucked up her operation.
Yeah, we can do it.
Why are we
That's
at the
definitely
point
gonna
that?
take us longer than a day.
This is so. Donna-
Cross-referencing the note that he gave you with your map, with the path you kind of half sketched.
Is
Elderheart?
this dot with the X's?
Yes. You may draw on this map however you wish if you want to mark it
that's so
otherwise.
fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's 0 feet
Yeah,
away.
it doesn't give me distance.
I have drawn an X.
Well, you've traveled for about 2 days from Meadowfen to Winnowing Reach. You may.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
I give
2.
like 8 or 10 days.
We're not gonna like cut through here, so to get there, we're probably gonna have to get to the tree village, and then down,
Just
or
take a
we go
bandit
all the way down.
Well,
towards
we
the
do
sea.
have the bandit routes we can take because of good old Chungo.
the,
but
the
if you
bandit
will-
route.
I would like to purchase some other things before we leave. It shouldn't be long. If you don't mind, Gord.
Of course, Pablo. We can definitely get more stuff. I just wanted to know where this spot on the map was. Thank you for showing it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Before I leave the bookshop, I would like to inquire if they have alchemist in town.
The bookbinder shopkeep informs you that while there is no specific alchemist shop in town. This entire village is a research station that studies residue and slime physiology from the southern swamps. So, are you looking for anything in particular, specifically?
I would actually like to see if I found any mushrooms in my book that have like psychedelic effects, and if we're doing research, perhaps someone might have a number of quantity, so that I could purchase those mushrooms for experimentation.
He points you to the local apothecary.
You trying to find a drug dealer?
No, far worse.
Points to the local apothecary, the place where one would find a bunch of potions of healings, among other salves, herbs, filters, and other raw materials. There you will find, it's actually the building right across the bridge here. There you will find what you're looking for, if any.
Oh, great. Pavo Saunders. He knocks on the door. Hello? Anybody here?
Opening door is a short, stout, kind of stubby-legged Jarbin with one crossed eye and a curly mustache, and an eye patch on the eye that's not crossed, leading to you to believe, does he even have a crossed eye in the beginning? Either way, he's not looking directly at you when he looks up at you, and he just goes, "Yeah, what you want?"
My name is Rudd. Pavo Rudd.
Supper, Rudd. My name is Skips.
Good. Okay. This is good.
What can I do for you? He says.
I need some mushrooms that have properties of dysphoria to the mind.
Ah, a hawker from my own heart. Come here. Yeah, I got just the stuff.
I am here.
He kind of ushers you to a shelf behind a counter lined with small jars. In each jar, marinating are is an area of mushrooms. Something like just slimy, pinkish goop. The mushrooms themselves have fins and gills that transition from white to like light blue. They look really funky like. And he's like, this stuff right here will just knock you right off your feet and then make your head sail right skyward.
Now, I have a question for you.
Sir.
In terms of putting that on, let's say, an arrow, and that hits somebody,
Oh no, fuck him right up.
Oh, great. Would you like some of this toga leaf?
I don't trade. I don't barter for barter. I gotta pay the bills, you know.
I'm asking if you want a hit of my pipe, sir.
I'm just fine getting high off my own supply, but I appreciate the offer though.
Ah, all right.
You can't be too careful. I don't know what you got in that pipe, you know.
Oh, that is true. Maybe I'm killing myself slowly. I take a hit of the pipe. Yeah.
Well, don't do
How
that
much?
just yet. Pay first, then you can go off and kill yourself.
How much for the mushroom, sir?
It's about 5 gold pieces per jar.
I'll take a jar.
Sure. Are you looking for a particular effect in mind?
Whatever effect that he
like an
just,
injury kind of poison.
Some kind of like a debilitating, like, what the fuck is happening?
Give me a second.
Almost like sleep status.
Not really sleep, but like something to be like,
No, like paralyzed sleep, like.
yeah,
that
like when you get an IV with painkillers in it, and they're like,
Morphine.
oh, you should feel it now when you look to
Yeah,
the left.
these will do. He grabs one of the small jars and hands it to you. These bad boys, you smear a little of them, coat your arrows. Be sure not to scrape yourself with them, though. But give yourself a low constitution, so to speak, will suffer the poisonous effect and might just be rendered unconscious by it, yes. The effect usually lasts about an hour before they wake by themselves, or sometimes if you give them a little nudge, they'll wake all by their own, but the induction is there, the inducement, rather.
Hey, one
Yeah.
question. You seem knowledgeable, little fella. Do you know what fireworks are?
Sure, yeah. He knows what fireworks are.
Do you guys have any?
It's an apothecary, no. They have healing
Not
potions,
him.
herbalism kits, and healing kits.
Did
And
you know the town has it?
I'm afraid we don't really specialize in that. That's more like the Alderheart region. They have more reason for celebration than we do, frankly.
I see. I will take my search elsewhere. Thank you for the business.
Sure thing. Tip of the hat, rather tip, a tip. Don't
Don't eat the mushrooms.
don't need to. Well, I mean, like, yeah, but also like if you're gonna do your smoking bit, do keep it to your own room. If you're staying at a Wrangler's Inn, the common era is to be enjoyed by other patrons as well, and I'm not sure if other patrons are as keen on sharing your secondhand smoke. The Wrangler's Inn is like that inn right across the rope bridge over yonder.
That's all the things I needed.
So for 10 gold, that'll be like a lesser version of drow poison.
5?
5, yeah.
Okay, I've already deducted it. What would it be called?
I mean, you can call it whatever you want. I have an effect right here.
Mushroom knockout.
Knockout mushrooms.
Alright. So, friends, what are we doing?
I wrote in chat what Chungo doing.
Jungle goes through his barrel of junk, showing it off to Nim.
Chungo has shovel. Because she wants money and Chungo's just trying to show you he doesn't have anything.
she just keeps staring like cash will do it.
Chungo has shovel.
Shovel.
Chungo has crowbar.
Do you like crowbar? No. What if I hit you on the head with a crowbar?
Chungo not have sledgehammer.
I know what will make you forget.
Permanent brain damage.
Right.
Chungo has rope.
I know what will make you.
Chungo does have this barrel, but Chungo not selling barrel.
Tell you what, Chungo, you want to make a quick buck and make this all go away. I recommend you visit the Wrangler's Inn. They have jobs for the likes of you and your friends, and it's a quick coin to earn. And perhaps you find yourself a little mission to do, get rewarded. I'll take half your share, and nobody has to know about our little secret.
I point at the people in the jail. Why not give them job?
How would it look if the jailer of the town let freshly jailed out of their cell?
Go with them. Make sure they do job right.
That sounds like work.
Can Rolla give all her gold to Nim, so Nim can go to another town and start a new business there with all of the
How
gold?
much gold are you giving her?
Hold on, so I had 90. I took away.
Jesus Christ.
Let me see.
Wait, Nim is the.
It's entirely
Jailer?
that Rollo has enough gold for his bribe, but she doesn't realize it.
I did. No, I did, but like I want more. I don't want her to just forget. I want to help the mudbugs. So I have 40 gold. That's not gonna be enough
For what?
to bribe.
She wants 20
She wants 20.
for silence.
I'll give 40 for silence and for the release of the muckbucks, and Nim can.
You just see
Find
like
another
twin
residence?
peaks on her face, just like her eyes raised. She's like,
Like Nim goes to another nearby village, starts a new business there with her.
"No,
40
I'm staying here, but like these guys can go. Yeah, you got yourself a deal.
Fine,
Cool.
fine. There you go. 'Cause they
Probably
didn't
just
commit
gave her like a
murder.
year's.
Yeah, that's
salary
pretty
right
much
there.
it. It's like,
I don't get. They didn't
What?
commit murder.
Time to
Why
take it
are
easy
you
for the
trying
rest
to
of the
hold
year.
that much money?
Well, I
Alright.
mean,
I care about people.
Now, where's the lesson learned, my boys? Where's the lesson
money
learned?
gets you everywhere in life.
That's what the coalition's trying to figure.
I got rid of my 40.
for 40 gold, she opens the cell door and she's like,
Out.
This never happened. For all I realized, you brought 4 people into my jail, gave me money just so I can open the door on them. It's a pretty good day. I'm gonna take the rest of the day off. Yep.
This is a lesson from.
I'm gonna
Tom
start locking
on,
up. You guys get out of my jail cell now.
I start putting all my stuff back into my barrel.
I'll look to the
But can I
mark
keep the shovel?
No.
Oh.
Whatever.
I don't go need a shovel for.
What a
reason.
greedy bitch.
I'll be seeing you around, turkey boy.
What a weird jailer.
What a weird direction. Like
I was trying to make a
but
point.
the
that
four
you could just
Mappucks
use
are with
them
you in
to-
the party if you wish to interact with them going forward, so.
They can do whatever. They can either join us or they can go and not raid other people's carts anymore for the living and do something good. Go get a job somewhere else where they're not.
Sounds
They
like
have a
what-
job. Raiding people's carts.
They're not getting.
And it is a job.
So
It pays pretty well.
before they exit the jail cell, you just see the Mappucks like take off any of that mustard-colored uniform of the coalition that they have upon them. Any bandanas, any shirt sleeves, just kind of rip them off,
I recommend
shred
to
them,
join.
and they just put them in the brazier, and they're just like,
I don't wanna. You could just spoil. They can go join.
We'll start our own coalition with blackjack
Go
and
for a
hookers.
job there, and we can make theirs. But they can go work there.
we'll see, one step at a time.
Okay.
I'm just
They
describing
can-
what's happening now.
Okay.
Right. They just rip off any identifiers on them that might put them with coalition. They they take some of that coal that Pavel offered earlier, some of them smear it on their face, just make it all black, just make it disguisable so their fur patterns are not visible.
We'll look at the fire a little sad.
Can I give them some of my rations too?
Hmm?
Can I give them my rations
No, they're pretty full from the food you gave them before. Right?
for the trip, or are they going? So I don't have to steal from carts.
So
Is there like a cartographer of some kind in this research town?
yeah. Not specialized, but they might just have what you're looking for in like the general store. What's up?
Am I at? No, I'm at the bookshop. So somewhere over
For
here.
expediency's sake, you can travel between places. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'd like to go because I'd like to be able to do either some research or ask around for more information about the area east of the Great Tree, about any lore or information that I can gain about that area.
Yeah, sure. Sasha, pass me the. Oh, it's right here. Give me a second. I'm listing through the book real quick. Asking specifically, like just the general populace, the general store merchant, and the people who know Alderheart, and plus the information you already know, being native here. I can tell you what's east of Alderheart. Just give me a moment here. I'm opening up the.
Can we ask for any useful information from the Mudbox before they go? Any information they can.
Let me handle one thing at a time here. 1 second. It's past religion. I should really set tabs on this book. It's under A, isn't it? There it is. Specifically, closest location to that mark is the Forest of the Avium. The Avium being a college of magical arts with a wide range of subjects available for study. The free transmission of knowledge is one of the Avium's core principles, but the college nonetheless maintains a certain degree of secrecy regarding some of the more dangerous magics and magical tomes and safeguarded within. The forest surrounding the Avium is of magical nature and has an innate connection to what is called the Feywilds. Whereas the weave of magic flows throughout all the land, it is concentrated around the Avium. When you point out that location on the map, it seems to be within that region of that forest.
Okay. In the back of my mind, I think that I have to go and consult with Nevitz whenever we get back to our starting point where he's taking a nap. Clearly.
Sure. I mean, Nevitz is currently resting in the inn. He's taking the opportunity to rest up after a 2 days journey. You know, trying to put down his backpack and actually get a bed so he can sleep the night off, kind of thing. I can answer more questions. I can go on.
I go walking through the.
Sure. Do you enter the inn?
Hmm?
You enter the inn?
What?
What? You go walking through the door. Which door? Sorry.
So I exit the general store because I've been
Sweet.
feeling that's where I was, right?
Yep.
I exit the general store and I and I go wandering around, just kind of trying to clear my head or not clear my head, but try to wrap my head around the information that I've been provided. And then out of the corner of my eye, I see the what are they called? Raccoon people.
Mapas.
Mappas. I see the Mappas walking down the street out of the corner of my eye.
Four minions surrounding Chango.
Why are they surrounding Chango? I'm concerned that they're surrounding Chango, so I creep up to the nearest
They're not
building.
like
I don't
swords
want to,
out. They're just walking like around him.
I don't want to disrupt any conversations that might be happening, so I sneak up to the nearest hiding object or building or tent or whatever is around, and I listen.
You get opportunity to eavesdrop on the conversation between one of the bandits as he turns towards Chango. Name's Jasper, by the way. Jasper Snowpaw.
Jungle.
I know. Believe it or not, we actually met before. Once. I think it was half a year ago. I think,
Jungle not remember much.
well, you were there for my graduation ceremony when Kral gave me my first blade.
Yes, Jungle remember.
Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate what you did. I mean, you have a weird way of doing your business, but who am I to?
Did he pay them 40 gold? What is the plan?
Well, also you.
I'm not listening.
Yeah.
I'm not there.
Yeah.
Catch my bets.
Yo, question. Who
What's
the
up?
fuck plays Nivets?
Lorian.
Right. Knew something was off. I knew we were missing a bratty teenager.
We're missing two.
I'm missing two bad teenagers. But
Hmm.
what was the last thing said?
You know, I don't take second chances for granted. I think I should right a wrong. And you see Jasper Snowpaw approach Eliza's cart, and without like sneaking around so she doesn't see him, you see him reach into his pocket, into like a secret bandit pocket, and put back a little trinket, a simple silvered acorn or some other trinket as such, and just kind of put it back in her cart. Give you a swift nod as it makes its way back. Feels lighter on my heart. Maybe there's another way. Say, we're kind of short on coin. You don't mind spotting us, the four of us, since you've taken us under your wing to get a room in the inn, would you?
I'm gonna hold up my finger and I'm gonna go over to. Oh my god, how did I forget it instantly, Eliza? I'm gonna go over to Eliza. I'm gonna ask if she needs 4 bodyguards for her trip.
Roll persuasion for expediency's sake.
They changed.
Explaining the
changed.
situation and making long story short.
They changed and they want honest work.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Put them through the ringer.
Right.
Since they're good at ambushing and stuff, they should understand where good ambush points
Yeah,
would be. So
you
they
kind of
could
explain
avoid
things
it.
around that. Yeah, she comes to understand, and she's anything if not forgiving. Sure, I'll note that.
Having seen the scene of great compassion on the part of both Chungo and Eliza, I walk up to Chungo and I pat his shoulder and said, You did a good thing.
I lean down to her ear and say, Chunk will also have no money to spot. And I empty my
Clever.
pockets again so we don't have any money.
I chuckle with Chungo.
Fair enough.
That being said, can you spot me a room in the inn? Party gold, please.
Chungo, you have a tent. You're good.
Chungo has 5 tents now.
Ah.
Because Chungo realized none of you guys asked for necessities.
I'm a Vulcan. I like to sleep under the stars.
Now you can sleep under the stars under tent.
Thank you, Chungo.
I have a barrel to
Why are you going?
You're not sleeping in my fucking barrel.
You'll never know.
Yes, I will. I'll empty the barrel.
No.
You're just like spider latched to the end of the
I
barrel.
have becometh the barrel.
Get a Chungo barrel.
Chungo, do you think we should go find Rolo and tell her what we managed to do? That we found them some good, honest work.
Yeah.
Let's go find Rolo.
Chungo heads to find Rolo.
I go with Chungo. Rolo's over here.
Where is small rodent?
Actually, can I go get the bat by myself?
By yourself? Sure. 1 second.
Tom disappear again. Chungo.
No, I'm just talking to her.
Tom, go away again.
I'm just talking to her on mute for 1 second.
Oh, okay.
Chungo just doesn't want to. Wait, I mean, Tom just does not want a DM. I'm kidding. He's just doing it. Oh my god. I'm done.
As Chungo and I are walking to find Roland, I kind of look at him out of the corner of my eye, and I wonder about the conversation that I overheard between him and I'm gonna call it a raccoon because I forgot again what it's called. Mappa. Yeah, I think about the conversation and I wonder what it meant and why Chungo has a relationship with an ex-bandit.
Chungo is expanded.
Have you told us that?
I have no idea. I don't remember.
I'm running on the assumption you haven't told us.
I mean, I'm not untowardly about it in a sense. But yeah, it's hidden just because, obviously, as you saw, it could go jail.
Jasper, one of the Mappas, approaches Rolo and kind of like nudges her on the side. He's like, hey, listen, I appreciate what you did. That was a really good, kind gesture. You know what's the best part about being a bandit? You pick up a few things here and there. And you learn things. Like, not to get bullied. You are never the victim. That Ratfolk guard doesn't know half of it. So here, for your kind deed, and he just kind of hands you back the coin pouch that he pickpocketed from the Ratfolk.
I'm gonna let Rolo refuse it and kind of like push it back to the Mudpuck because he'll need it. I explain how the Mudpuck will need it in his adventure.
Well, money over matter. I will not forget this deed. So if you ever need anything from us, we'll be around. We'll stick around, Eliza, for now. I think a little communal retribution is in order. And, but if you ever need anything, just ask.
I wish you luck.
Gives you a wink. Pockets 40 gold.
As Jacques walks away from Rolo, Chungo, and Eliza, or sorry, well, not Eliza, Ashlyn, me. We walk up to Rolo and we ask her if Jacques told her the good news.
I think the Mukpuks, all four of them, are individuals who can really show the community how they can truly be, and not just bandits. So I think they'll be okay as I look towards them returning to the she-cat in the distance.
You guys think now that we have all of this settled that we should go find the rest of our crew and come up with a plan?
Hello, I've been here all along in the barrel.
Oh yeah,
The
Chungo went in barrel.
The barrel is just a pocket dimension between the shop and Chungo.
I walk up to the barrel and I tap it 3 times and look at it up and down and be like, "Yo, Papa, what's with the barrel?"
It's comfy.
It
Apparently, it's better than an inn because you just don't want to go through to get your res. I guess barrel will do.
For gold, Chungo goes to the inn even though he can't pay.
Chungo, how much is it?
Chungo doesn't know.
Well, I will cover
Does
your...
Chungo look like innkeeper?
I will cover your stay, young man,
Chungo thanks you.
if you let me live in the barrel.
Rent
What?
free.
Now that we've rejoined, should we head off to the inn and chat and live it up a little
Onward,
bit in
Chungo.
town?
To the inn we go for food
To
and
the inn.
drink.
And we go to live it up because we gotta hear the inn gossip because I live on the inn gossip. I gotta know.
Pavo puts his pipe out. He realized that people don't like the smoke. And he pulls out the fattest cigar you've ever seen. Kidding. No.
The local inn here in the Reach is a quiet, modest place offering quality rooms and decent food. Looking around as you enter, you see quite a few visitors in the bustling tavern, some dressed in robes of the avium, and the occasional fellow adventurer, armed and armored, looking to try their hand at slime wrangling. The bar operates on an honor system of sorts, allowing visitors to help themselves to food and drink hanging from the branches of an overbearing fruit tree, whose barked body and weaving roots shape into a countertop and bar stools. Each time someone takes from the giving tree, they place their coin within a large fountain located where a barkeep would stand, wreathed in thick roots and vines. In-stay is modest, being placed at 1 gold piece. Is it 1 gold piece a night? Stay in 5e. Yeah, 1 gold piece a night. Covers food, drink, beds, rooms, etc.
I go up to the fountain and I throw in my gold piece.
I toss in mine and Chungo's.
As you toss your coins into, you see the branches lower above your heads, lower to your heads, and place like these rosy wreaths onto your heads. It's sort of symbolage of your patronage, and these will serve as your key to your rooms.
I reach up to the wreath on my head and I pluck a flower from the wreath and I bring it to my nose to sniff it, enjoying the pleasant smell.
It smells real. You see an agitated, kindled Corvum dressed in finery, sitting nearby on a tavern stool, and seems to eye you, newcomers. Eye you, your weapons, your armor. He holds a small wooden cup of nectar. His feathers look ruffled with worry, and his eyes look on you with some sort of hope.
Chungo, that one over there is giving us the eyes.
Chungo always gets the eyes.
But look at this one. They have hope and dread.
Hope.
Why would anyone look at us with hope? An old man and a fat turkey.
I go over to the person looking at us.
You go over to the Corvum dressed in finery.
And I put down the barrel so that Pavel Rudd is staring at him.
Hello.
Greetings. And what brings you to the Reach?
Your gaze.
That's quite flattering. Oh, stop it, you.
Well, I mean, you were staring. Chungo is quite an attractive specimen.
Yes, adventures by the looks of it too. Finely armored. And finely armed as well. By gods, thank Clurin you happened here indeed. Listen, I'm gonna break the charade, please. You must help me. Kina, that foolish girl, has gotten in over her head. She ventured to the caves looking for slimes, you see, but hasn't returned for days. I can only hope she's still alive. Please, will you help me? Won't you? As the magistrate, I can make your stay here at the inn free of charge for the rest of your days here at Reach, and perhaps even throw a few favors your way.
I think we have to go that way, right, Chungo?
Yeah. Chungo go that way. Chungo help.
Is there anything that a bird in my position can do for you? I am a magistrate, a highly respected member of the Bird Council. Perhaps there is something I can do beyond gold to repay for your deeds.
Increase Nim raise.
What?
That was not English, was that?
He scratches his beak chain a little bit. An odd
Give me
request,
break.
but an easily done. I suppose maybe she's a close friend of yours. Yeah, I suppose I could quit for pro, yes.
Yes.
Give her a raise. I mean, she's working so hard, especially with all these prisoners coming and going all the time between us and Alderhot.
That sounded a lot worse. Like it just keeps letting people go. Yeah, that's all Chungo want.
Well, that's excellent. Have your map here. I can show you where she has gone last.
I pull out the map.
Cool. Pulling up the sprawling in front of him, he points to the mock fields, which I already pointed out are over here, and to the cavern systems over yonder. Ooh,
Everywhere?
Yeah. The Mockton Caverns, you see, is a network of caves and tunnels with several entrances dotting the mock fields. The closest entrance to the Reach is located about half a day's hike southwest, right here, in the middle of the swamp. Alternatively, perhaps there is the road that leads around the swamp to the south, arriving at another entrance at the very southwest edge of the swamp. You'll know you have arrived at the entrance when you see a rocky maw against the backdrop of sunken reeds and dead trees. That's where she was last seen.
That sounds scary.
It's okay, Jungle. We have many arrows.
And, I
I
mean,
look at the arrows.
this job comes not without risk, but should you require healing elixirs, kits, filters, or the raw materials to make such remedies, the apothecary should provide for your venture in the swamp.
Do we get discount?
Could you supply us with the necessary items?
Oh, why don't I just gather myself up and just venture there myself? Will I just pick up a sword? If you find us, do it for... No, you are adventurers. I am willing to make it worth your while, but I can't waste the resources out of my own pocket.
Can you ask to give us a discount?
I can pull a few strings if you are willing to go along with this, and along your way, should you happen to reduce the local slime population, the rich should be grateful for your services, and I will do my part and provide a discount, sure. Somewhat like unconvincingly, Walden adds, of course, Keena's safety comes first.
So safety come first, but not willing to pay.
You know, Jungle, this man makes a poor argument. Willing to pay us after, but not provide funds for gear to go.
Does kid life not matter?
We had a party of adventurers come before you. They promised us the same thing. I paid them in advance. Never saw them again. I just don't have the resources to keep paying adventurers in advance. Should you do this, though, I will make it well worth your while. I promise. You have my word as Magister.
I take word to heart. Jungle, take word to heart. Jungle will do this. What?
Jungle has heart?
Jungle has big heart.
Well, is big Jungle. So it makes
Jungle, Jungle make fist. Jungle heart this big.
That's big.
Jungle has average size big heart.
Pavel make fist. Heart small. Make Pavel sad.
Rule D12 for heart size.
Pavel also have flaccid scrolls.
My heart is 2.
Oh god, Jungle gonna have small heart.
Small heart.
Jungle does not bring blood through Jungle body fast.
Jungle feel lightheaded half the time, all the time.
Pavel is basically a corpse.
Jungle going to turn to the rest of the team and be like, what you guys think?
Roll, are you in this?
Pardon?
Are you in this?
Are you guys not in the...
Standing and watching them talk to the crew.
Hey, brother.
I agreed to go and help and find the missing party members that had to go and get the slime.
Yes.
Am I meant to roll?
Hmm?
Am I meant to roll something?
No, you don't have to roll anything if you don't want to. I'm giving you guys the reins.
I'm always in to help out an innocent.
Yeah. Now, do we sleep first, or is that, like, the longer we take, the more chance that person be gone?
She has been gone for quite a while, and I fear that by the hour, things are getting worse.
Jungle fine with leaving?
She was last in her office about yesterday morning. Investigation.
Where office?
She has like an office, like she's a researcher. This is a research station. Investigation at first like led the town's guard to believe that young Axtol was studying slime specimens near Mockton Caverns. Having renowned her slime physiology research, but
let's go check out her office.
Okay. Quickly checking her office. It has been rummaged through already by other adventurers before you. You do find a family portrait of the Axolotl and her family. How do you pronounce that, by the way? Axolotl. Axolotl?
Yep.
Just a tiny axolotl, cute and adorable, pink-skinned, with like her family, and among her research is a bunch of dim samples that have long lost their viscosity and their magical effects, and are now just slime in jars. She seemed to have needed more of that same sample. They no longer.
Did she have
Hmm?
any writing about if the slimes are hostile or passive?
From her research note, you can discover that slimes are hostile in the sense of they they attack without thinking. They are semi-territorial, but there is a certain advantage to them in the sense of they have blind sight, and they can only see so far around them, and beyond that range, they are completely blinded. And in her experience, she could easily outrun them if need be, and they will give up chase after a while.
Is there any notes about her wiggling in front of them in their blind vision to see if they think she's a slime?
Surprisingly, you guys operate on the same wavelength, and while she did attempt to perform social rituals with the slime, they detected her vibrations and only took them as hostile. But perhaps
Damn
she's
it,
just
Chungo
not.
slams his hand on table.
Maybe she's just not that good of a wiggler, you know?
Damn it.
Chungo will try this.
There's still
Type of
hope, yeah.
Wiggles in the barrel.
Chungo is a good performer.
Wiggle.
Chungo has lots of.
Wiggle with me.
Slap the flab of.
You know
Chungo's
that
got
from the
lots of
portrait that she doesn't have your flap, so maybe you have a certain advantage there.
This works. Anyways, alright. Chungo good. Chungo realized things. Chungo realized she's not in this room.
If she was in this room, how easy of a quest would that be?
I mean, it's one of those funny trick ones, you know?
Right. Oh,
She's just sleeping at her fucking desk. That was one hell of a binger.
What do?
Chungo ready to head out.
I am in the barrel. I am at Chungo's will.
And mercy.
Chungo gives you will of your own.
I'm ready to go. We rested up and we're ready to go.
Okay. As you begin your venture deeper into the mock fields, the terrain shifts from lush, verdant grass to a scene of dripping trees with black trunks, rotting vegetation, scummy waters and reeds. The croaking of frogs, buzzing of flies, and slurping of mud adds to the ominous atmosphere throughout. Stagnant pools of water host dark swimming shapes within. The occasional catfish breaks the surface with a brief splash. Glossy black leeches wriggle in the mud, bloated from feeding. Moss and rot clings and hangs from long dead trees, and a perpetual curling mist rolls across all as you enter Barovia.
Barovia?
The smell of decay and briny algae rises from the waters and makes the air thick, hard to breathe. At the swamp's heart, you come upon a small, fungus-covered shrine monolith. A tangle of plant life almost hides the glowing letters carved about the stone's face. A riddle of some sort. I wonder if I can load everybody in. I can.
God, it's almost Barovia again.
Remember when I did that rap solo?
It's
In all
daytime.
honesty, good job.
It is daytime, but there's a certain murk to the swamp that gives the air a thick, kind of misty feel to it and blocks some of the sunlight.
Musty.
It is about high noon at this point.
It's high noon. That's an old joke.
Right.
Would we like to venture forward together, or do you think at this point we should split up and search for any clues for the missing girl?
Chungo staring at monolith with weird glowing object on it.
Do I recognize a language on the monolith?
Yeah, it's written in plain bird folk, chicken scratches, in a fancy kind of script, but nonetheless recognizable.
I'll have to say. Shield, cloak, protective shawl, the spellstone one-time remake, at the utterance of the Father's gift, that which failed, nay break. Father's gift.
The sigil also has a carved symbol beneath it, representing some sort of twisting, curling horn, but it doesn't really mean anything to any of you.
Father's gift. Alright, lore section, help me out.
What?
Any ideas?
Could father be... Are there any horned deities?
Oh, there's a surf deity. Can't remember what he's called though.
It's not daybreak thing.
Life?
The stone seems to react
like-
to your words, to the utterances of the language you speak, awaiting a certain specific word. Not life, though.
What is the father? Can I roll a check to see if I recognize what that
A
word
religion
referring
check?
to?
Sure.
Good job, Pavo.
Beyond the very obvious basics, it seems maybe the effects of the weed you've smoked in the past few hours is kind of affecting your synapses to the point where the only father you know of is Titan, Father Knight.
It's not daybreak, right?
Dawn?
The sun.
Dawn's close.
I licked the stone.
Of that which falls but never breaks. Dawn breaks. But what doesn't break but falls?
Oh, it's not like a. I was reading that
the
wrong.
night. It's daybreak, but it's nightfall.
Yeah, I read that fucking wrong. I read that of that which falls, nay breaks. I didn't. I
Oh,
put
that's
a comma
clever.
there.
You know what? I'm gonna give it to you just because that. Sure.
I read it fucking wrong. Sorry.
That's funny. That which falls, nay, breaks. It's like whoever wrote this was
Oh,
like
yeah,
changed their mind
it
halfway
breaks.
through.
They're
But,
going for emphasis.
But does night work normally? Is that also?
It was dusk, but honestly, I'll give it to you for that nay breaks because it made me laugh. The fungus covered
Chungo
shrine.
8 intelligence going at it.
The fungus covered shrine begins to glow as the fungus begins to kind of form itself into a shape of a goddess. You recognize Henwin, the gardener mother, briefly kind of materialize in a little avatar on the air before evaporating away. A spell has been cast upon the stone surface, welcoming any protective shawl, cloak, or shield upon it to be enchanted.
Chungo has a shield.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you?
Does my vest count as a shawl?
It's any protective piece of whatever.
Jungle puts his shield on the thing.
Putting your shield on the thing, it briefly like glows up, grows tiny, quilly spines, and then those very spines then sink into it like reverse style, like Wolverine sinking his claws back into the shield, with only the very tips of them kind of poking out at the ready.
Hey, Jungle got Thorn Shield.
One-time cast.
Is it just for one individual or is it for all of us?
It's for whatever is being put on stone.
So can we all put
Realize
one?
I actually don't have armor.
Does my cape cloak thing count? Okay, can I put like the whatever? I'll take it off and put it on top.
Putting another item on the stone, you see the same happen. It grows these spiny quills, then retract onto the edge of the cloak, ending at the very bottom, kind of poking out at the ready, at kind of like your command, so to speak. The glow of the stone ebbs into like a very faint glow, and you get an idea that like whatever spell's been put in it has only so many charges before it completely depletes, and it's like on its last breath at this point.
Chungo puts his mace on top of it.
Same thing. The mace becomes.
Oh, actually, no. Chungo pulls it away. Chungo doesn't want to steal the last use of his mace.
Okay, cool. The spell's like, give me. Oh, okay.
Anyone else wants spikes on their thing?
As Hedwyn is the goddess of nature, I take a flower that I had plucked from my head thingy that I was wearing earlier at the end from my wreath from the flower that I put it in my pocket to keep it, and I take it from my pocket and I lay it at her monolith thingy, and I bow my head in respect for the goddess of nature.
I thought you were gonna like Jesus Christ it for a bit there.
No.
The power of tulips compels you.
As she is the goddess of the earth, and as the Vulcan, I respect all things of the earth.
Chungo gives a nod of thanks to the god.
With your insightful roleplay, I'm gonna detail how Spiny Shield works. It is a one-time cast for each of you who volunteer your equipment. At your command, it is a reaction spell, actually, so it doesn't even cast an action, you can do it as a reaction. Sweet. An ethereal barrier of spikes made of magical force interposes itself between you and an attacker. Until your next turn, when you are hit by a melee attack, the barrier reduces damage of that you are dealt by 2d4 and deals the same amount of piercing damage to the attacker. It is ineffective against ranged attacks, but still provides that bonus against melee attacks. So that's nice. 2d4. 2d4 reflect, pretty much. The stone's magic ebbs away, the letters stop glowing, the fungus falls off dead as the stone itself begins to slowly sink into the mire and disappears beneath, leaving behind only a vague mud shape of curled horn in the mud, like almost like a rune in the mud, like a curled, like a snail pattern almost.
Thank you.
As the you are not sure if it's your imagination or if it is for real, but you could have sworn the wind just whispered, "You're welcome."
Can I say except, you know?
What can I say except you're welcome?
Run!
Yeah.
It wants our bones.
Hey, Meg, you did it. Hey.
With the glow ebbing away, and kind of the swamp light settling down, you start to notice light in the distance. A few fireflies, and past them, about 80 feet ahead, you spot what looks like the outside of a rocky cave entrance amid the sunken marsh.
Does it look like a maw?
It looks like an open maw, like a gator maw. Yeah.
Were you there? Who knew Monolith was right in front of it? You wanna post the thing?
The thing?
The spike shield?
Spiny Shield, I don't have it.
Okay.
Unless I have it, because I don't know why they don't give. Oh, hold on, no, I have it. It's my Compodium, isn't it? Spiny Devil, Spiny Shield. Fuck, really? Not even a Compodium. Spiny Shield, there it is. Yeah, 1 second. Just ignore the shield component. I changed it to make it fun, but here you go.
Hey.
Who's taking point?
Pavel will go first.
Are you getting out of the barrel?
Out of the barrel.
Pavo, do you mind doing me like a perception check as you just passively scout ahead?
Sure.
Just
I want one question.
Sure.
If my natural explorer, is that one particular or is that in general?
I don't understand what you're asking me.
Do I get a bonus from
Wasn't your favorite rainforest?
probably? Perception is a 10.
With a 10, you know the cave entrance is dimly illuminated by what looks like bioluminescent fungi native to the region.
Very nice. Hey guys, there's some fungi in here. Who would have guessed?
This mushroom place.
There's also like what looks like kind of silhouette against the slide. 3 more of those monoliths, a little shorter and a little closer to the ground, just kind of standing still next to the cave entrance.
Pavo, Rolo asks you if you have anything in your book that can like help
In my
us.
what?
In your book, do you have that fungi book that you got from the village?
Why, I do. I do have
Can
the
you
fungi
check
book.
if like these fungi are dangerous or?
I will check the fungi, Tom.
Cross-referencing with the guide real quick, leafing through it about a minute, you come to the page detailing exactly the species. It doesn't seem to be harmful or poisonous or emitting any sort of airborne pathogens that would render you, that would harm you. They simply are symbiotic with the moistness in the air, and they seem to prefer this environment, and they just provide a dim source of light.
Perfectly safe
I-
Can I pluck one out?
They're like you guys are staying 80 feet away from the entrance of the cave. I'm just describing what you see from where you're standing.
If I pluck it out of the ground, will it still glow?
Oh my god, you're fucking up.
It will glow. It will lose its glow over time. It's kind of because if you pluck it out, the lichen will slowly die eventually.
Okay, then I'll.
But it will it actually can smear on you, and become like this like bioluminescent paint, or like body paint, almost like it's viscous when you smear it. The glow will last about like an
Viscous
hour
fungi.
before it dims, before the chemistry within diffuses.
Okay,
Right?
I take note of that.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I'd like to be able to go and check out those other monoliths and see if they are from another god.
We can go.
Sure.
Because the module does not provide me with any maps for this region, I'm gonna just draw it. Do we have vision, by the way?
Yep, I can
Okay.
see it.
Rolo, Pavo, Chungo, Aisling. So I'm gonna say like the entrance is like, yeah, it's like this big. You have like 3 monolithic. Right, and then there's like a bunch of glowing fungus. Let's give it like a nice bright color. All about the entrance of the cave and a little bit outside of it. Dotting the outside and such.
Hey, it works.
I will approach the monolith on the right and see if there's any script or whatever I can observe about it.
Sure thing. As you approach the cave entrance and you look toward the monolith, you start hearing this kind of sickly, burbling sound coming from the stone. Looking closer as you approach it, you see it is blobby in texture, turquoise with a little bit of slime coming from the bottom, and it just keeps burbling about. And as you approach it within 10 feet, it lurches forward at you, as we all roll initiative.
Can I react and grab my whip to slash at it as it's or
And you might
I
just
think
get
it's
to lash at it
slashable.
before it gets lashed at you, depending on your initiative roll, for sure.
let's see if we set up my whip properly.
Right.
I keep my whip at my hip, so hopefully that'll also give me enough distance that I can just get it.
I missed my initiative roller. Macro, I need to bring it back.
Yeah.
Remember to click on your icon first before you roll initiative. I'll put that 21 for you, Rolo.
Okay.
Okay. I missed my initiative roll. Goddamn. Can you click on yourself and roll?
Wow.
Like, the only
that's so
good thing
sad.
Pablo can do
So
is
here's
roll
the funny
for
thing.
initiative.
It's rolled 5 and you rolled 5. I'm gonna have you dexterity contest. And luckily for you, it rolled a 1.
Wow.
21, nice, okay. Did you just roll 21s? Christ.
But was I supposed to roll something? Sorry.
I'm gonna put you a higher initiative order because you roll a natural 1. So you do get blasted first after your team goes because they rolled high initiative. They go last. These sticky, slow predators go last. Top of the round is Rolo. You see your friend get assailed by this sticky-looking goop of slime.
Oh my.
Yes.
And we don't know anything about it. I guess I'll approach it and take a slash at it because
Regal.
I don't got any other weapons. Rapier. That's not.
Remember that in order to slash something, you have to be within melee range of it.
So I'll approach it, I guess. How many can
30 is your movement. You can dash with a bonus action because you're a rogue.
Okay, let me just.
I heard a trend.
Okay. What's my dash? How much is my dash?
It's double your speed. Up to double your speed.
So 60? 'Cause it's 30. I
Are
just
they
get
attacking
range.
from range?
Okay. And this is- Yeah, so I just make it there and I attack with the rapier.
Jesus, rogues be like, yeet. A 23 for sure hits. It doesn't have any armor on it. Your rapier just sinks right in without any resistance, dealing 10 piercing damage. You see it kind of blurb as you try to retrieve your rapier. It meets some resistance as the sticky goo tries to like absorb and digest it. But you've dealt a hefty amount of damage as it slowly begins to lose its form. Still alive though. Power Rod.
Hello. Pavo will go here. Pavo shoots his bow. Does 22 hit?
22 for sure hits, yep.
Loosing an arrow with skill. He attacks this thing.
Okay. For 6 piercing damage, you watch your arrow pierce through it and just keep going as it sinks into the ground right behind it. Gives you a little.
Now, I can fire this again with a bonus action, correct?
Why?
That how bows work?
Oh.
But if I had a dagger in my offhand, I could make an attack with.
No. Bows are two-handed technically.
Bows are
Okay.
one attack, one action, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Chungo.
Jungle moves to 30 feet. No wait. Chungo over and Burden. Chungo put down barrel.
Barrel.
Now Chungo move 30 feet. Get out of here, you
Wow.
Barrel.
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 Chungo tries to remember what the range is on blind sense.
Do you actually not remember? You can roll for it.
Was it 10?
They seem to be reacting to your vibrations as you step toward them, so they can see you from where you are.
Alright.
They
Chungo
did.
gets ready.
Yeah.
Wiggle.
Rolo killed the slime in front. Bus, right? On the right?
Gravely injured it, but didn't quite kill it. It's still animating and still climbing up its rapier, trying to absorb it.
I'd like to do a finishing attack on the slime with, I'll do it with my short sword.
Okay.
Or no, sorry, this is my dagger. I'm doing my dagger. Fuck, stab it. I don't think I can do a sneak attack because I'm pretty sure it knows that
A sneak attack is you can do it because you have an ally within its melee range. So
Yep.
while Rollo is distracting, you can sneak attack. Yeah.
Ooh,
It's just you're
sneak
both
attack with
rogue.
my dagger.
Right.
Let's see.
20
And
hits,
team of 5 rogues and let's sneak attack.
pretty much. Or
Let's
old
just beat
kobolds.
someone always down.
Pack tactics, dude. Yeah.
Everyone's assassin.
So to roll damage, you click on the dagger. Yep, there you go. What happened
And
to?
sneak.
So I'm
There
gonna
you
roll 3 + 2 is
Oh,
5.
sorry, I was supposed to do it on the dagger. Sorry.
So here's a fun tradition we do here. Whenever you kill a creature, I get to say, how do you want to do this? And you get to say, how do you want to do this? Shut up,
You
Trent.
say how you do this.
So how do you want to do this?
I'm gonna, well, since Rolo's in front of me with the slime, I'm gonna run up from behind Rolo and just do a great two-handed dagger slam down on the top to the center of the slime with a big ah.
I get like splooshed with all the slime
Gets
and like
splooshed with the slime.
That reminds me of fucking the time that Hunter fucking decapitated
That's
things,
it,
splashing blood all over me. Ew.
Decapitation!
Okay. As if in response to your wild slashing, the sticky slime got hit by the arrow. Pavel's arrow kind of wriggles toward you, Rollo, and you feel something like climb up your back, and just snail up your back. As it rolls a crisp 15 against your AC of 12. That's a hit.
Oh, can I reaction with the cloak thing?
You can.
I want to do that. Oh, but I don't have
The roll 2d4 to see how much you reduce its damage. /R space 2d4. Cool. No, not d20. 2d4. You can do it. Okay, that's one.
Do it again.
Do it again.
Do it again.
Cool. So it dealt 3 damage. You reduced it by 6. So you do back 3 damage at it. As the spikes penetrate it, it kind of squirms and wriggles off you. Can I make you make a strength saving throw, please? As it slinks off you, with Quill still embedded in it, you see it in the last second reach for your sword and like try and pull it out of your grasp, but you just jerk it away as it falls to the ground. Again, bloodied like its other buddy there. The other slime just kind of slinks away over yonder and begins climbing this wall. He's about 5 feet off the ground, climbing up, leaving a sticky, slimy trail in its wake. It's your turn.
I'm
Roll
just gonna switch it back to D20.
Okay,
So I will accidentally use
sure.
I'll finish off the one that's right next to me. I'll try to anyway with the rapier.
Sure.
With the rapier.
You slash at it, and the rapier embeds itself into the slime and becomes stuck in the slime.
No damage.
You don't. Doesn't seem like you heard it. It seems to have
Oh no.
begun consuming again. You can hear the metal kind of hiss, and as you can see bubbles form on its surface.
Oh no! What do I do? I can't do anything. I have a bonus attack though. Can I bite for my bonus?
Hmm?
Can I bite for my bonus?
Can you attack as a bonus? Pretty sure it's just dash.
It says
You can post it on the chat, so but I'm pretty sure it's just dash,
You can disengage.
disengage, and dodge.
Okay.
dodge, dip, dive, duck, dive.
Dodge,
Yeah,
duck, duck,
do
duck, pavo.
Okay.
Wait, do they even get cunning action dodge at the start? Or disengage?
I don't remember. I think it's a second level thing. But she has her sheet, right?
Yeah.
Pavo.
Hunter! See, this is why rangers are bad.
Right. Chungo.
They don't even want to play the
I'm
game.
literally here.
Okay.
2 seconds.
No.
Fuck.
God, rangers, right?
Ugh.
Rangers, wait.
I imagine that's Pavo. That's Ivan Hunter. It's just. Let me get my bow out and put this arrow at him.
I'm a big fat fucking turkey and I whack shit.
Why would Chungo overdo to you, Pavo? Chungo lets you ride in barrel all the time.
I own the barrel.
19
No, you
hits.
don't.
9 damage.
Chungo will beat your ass.
How do you want to do this?
Stealing Chungo's only property.
Does it have like a little heart?
It has like a little, like something floating inside. You're not sure if it's heart or another creature's, but it has a heart.
Well, I hit the heart.
As soon as the heart exits its body, the rest of its mass just goes onto the ground, just becomes
Appears
liquid.
to be the slime's heart. Pavel, victory cry! Ah!
Whoa, no. Chungo.
Oh, no. There's only that one slime leaving.
Yeah.
Alright, Chungo will 30 feet,
It's
I
like
think.
5 feet away from trying to reach one of the wall crevices and slither into it.
Alright, Chungo take a deep breath. And then
He's gonna suck it
Chungo
up like a noodle.
will slap his belly and start wiggling around in a very nice, timid way. That shows
Jiggles being
friendship.
timid?
With advantage, roll me performance.
Where do you turn that on? That's right. You have to reset that.
Wow,
every
who
time
would
you
have
start a
known
new
that sticky slime only roll 3 for wisdom?
Who would have thought the thing without a brain would roll a 3 for wisdom?
game. Roll Kiri's. Oh, right. Oh. I'm dumb.
You okay?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm dumb.
Wow,
There
you rolled that 4 against its 3.
Advantage, dude.
Yeah. Oh, 7, right. I was like, you don't even need advantage.
Where
It
you
begins to kind of like jiggle back at you.
go? Hey.
More to like to your vibrations. It can't tell what you are, friend or foe. It just stays where it's at.
Jiggle nice. I continue this nice jiggle.
What's that bit from? Is that like? I think it's from Undertale, where you just jiggle and the jelly, wiggle at it
Oh
over
my
and
God,
over again until you win. That happens. You have a jiggly friend.
Yes. Chungo accepts this new jiggle friend.
Yeah, jiggle
You who so quick to violence now does not have jiggle friend.
The cave entrance beckons as Jiggle Friend slithers onto your leg pant, up your hip, and into your grasp, jiggling all the while. The rest of you is sticky and just
I'm
kind
not
of,
sticky.
yeah, I'm talking about
The
Jungle.
residue.
Yeah,
Chungo's fine with sticky, slippery friend.
yeah, it's like a slime trail that remains tucked up. Doesn't seem to go away.
That's fine. I see it wiggle and I wiggle back at it.
It wiggles in return. And
This is
the
a never-ending
cycle continues over and over.
The cycle must end. He breaks the slime's neck.
Never. What? Never.
Breaks
Chungo
Chungo's
never
neck.
Moving
I
on
feel
with
like I know this music.
Binding of Isaac.
Oh, okay.
Even I noticed it, and I haven't played Binding of Isaac at all.
Biden?
Right.
Biden.
Biden. By no whale, I mean, have you seen his speeches?
Close whip. The inside of the caverns are dark, damp, and dank. It is evident that even danker than your barrel. It is evident that the murky waters of the surrounding swamp have inundated. I can't. This word. Hold on. I'm not even joking. I can't. What is this word? Inundated.
Inundated?
In that
Ah,
seeped into the system of the tunnels beneath.
Inundated.
It's happening. My brain's shutting down, friends.
Water drips from the glistening ceilings and gathers in pools throughout the cavern, filling the subterranean area with a harsh smell of rot. Tunnels descend gradually into the ground, curving gently back and forth as they go. The Mockton caverns are vast and largely uncharted, and that's why they don't have a map. So we're just gonna be staring at this black screen. Yay.
By the way, Tom, the word is inundated, like in, none, and dated.
Yeah.
Inundated.
I
Yeah.
guess there's just a
I love it.
silent fucking U.
Yeah.
Google draw map.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
We go down.
By the way,
Oh, why is the cave pink?
Because jungle like color pink.
No, I mean,
Problem,
am I
no problem with
tripping? Did I accidentally touch a mushroom?
you find 15
No,
silver.
jungle writing on paper.
You can add 15 silver to your inventory.
Oh.
There's fire over there.
It's as you walk through the caverns, the jelly on your shoulder, Chungo, emits its own kind of source of light. Seems like in complete darkness, it's kind of luminous, so it acts as a torch to those of you who can't see in the dark. Even though I'm pretty sure all of you can see in the
Which is
dark.
pretty much just Congo.
I can see the dark.
Okay, we can all see
It's
the dark.
just Hunter's character.
Yeah,
Except he has the goggles.
the goggles, because I'm a gentle god. Gentle.
He's got the knife.
I mean, we did have a really long. This starts with fucking Strahd that Avertus. Gentle God is nice.
True.
Jungle gives Wiggles to say thank you for lighting up.
Ah, Wiggles. I love how you just give him a name already.
It's Wiggles.
Wiggles.
It's Wiggles and I wiggle at Wiggles.
Wiggles back. At your Wiggles.
Jungle, you know how you
This
said
goes.
that
This goes on for another half an hour.
because we were quick to violence, we don't have Wiggle Friend. But Jungle was Jiggle Friend. Because Jungle Jiggle.
Chungo's Chiggle friend. Now we have Wiggle friend.
Chungo definitely went to go back and get his barrel, and now Chungo puts lids so that Pavo doesn't talk anymore about Chungo.
Well, Pavo's gonna fucking.
He cements the lead with the slime of Wiggle.
Pavo is going to suffocate
Uh-oh.
his dank kush in the barrel.
He goes out the way he loves.
Pavo is casually going to release 1,000 ball bearings into the barrel.
What?
Into the
It just
barrel? Why
rattles
the
with each
barrel?
step. You slip infinitely in one spot. Forever prone.
Oh my god, that's how it would work too! If you were in the barrel and trying to move out of it, you'd have to roll the deck save.
Listen,
to be able to not
canonically, the
fall.
barrel is now full of 1,000 ball bearings at the very bottom, and that rattle is gonna drive you nuts because that's stealth. That's stealth checks with every step with disadvantage from now
Hey,
on.
is this cavern on a decline?
Yeah, it seems to go about on decline for about 30 minutes.
Jungle,
Mhm.
Jungle?
let me roll down in the balls.
You're not rolling the barrel down.
No, dump me.
Then Jungle dumps
Say
everything
no
in
more,
his
fam.
barrel.
You stumble down on your ball bearings down 50 feet ahead and disappear into the darkness. As
I grabbed the slime.
No, hey! Jungle holds on to Wiggles.
you both go tumbling down 50 feet long because the slime is nothing but the perfect adhesive. Eventually,
Jungle
Aisling will catch up.
I exchange looks with Rolo with a sweat drop on the edge of my face.
I go full anime.
Trying to figure out what just happened.
Nunny. With
Start
the
wiggling to get Wiggles to understand that this is play.
He wiggles in understanding.
Good. This is not hostile action, Wiggles.
I shout down the cavern at Django and Pavo. Pavo, Chungo, are you guys okay?
A bit of
Chungo.
dust from the ceiling hits your nose, and a pebble drops. As you look up, you see the ceiling supported by very rickety and rotted wooden beams that, with your shout, begin to creak, straining, not breaking. It appears to be the only way forward ahead, but the way forward seems a bit dangerous, to say the least. You look down the tunnel in front of you, and this makeshift framework made from wooden struts is supporting this entire both sides of the tunnel.
If only we had mending.
How do you think we should proceed? We can't just leave them down there.
I say we go after them cautiously.
Jungo has an idea.
What's your idea, Jungo?
Slime is
Rolo
adhesive.
and I continue forward cautiously to find Pavo and Chungo.
Rolo and Ashling, roll me stealth checks, the both of you, please.
Okay.
As Pavo, Jiggles, and Chungo, you find yourselves frozen as you realize that you're in the midst of this hazard.
Roll! Frig! What are these rolls?
No, that's good. You managed to make it all the way to Chungo and Pavo ahead. They're lying, both their hands on Jiggles. Pavo beneath his ball bearings. And
Oh, that means there's like casually 1,000 ball bearings wherever this levels out.
yeah, sure. You know what? There is now.
You're welcome.
Let me just
everyone.
draw 1,000 dots.
Oh god, no.
Oh god. Oh god.
You did this to yourself.
That's the
Yeah,
whole
it's like-
plan.
I guess you can't copy paste. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
In a whisper, I chastise Pavo. Pavo, what was the point of this? Was there a point to this? Please explain.
Excitement.
I huff and I roll my eyes.
Chungo wants Wiggles back, please.
I attempt to let go of the sticky slime.
With much strain, it is more like he lets go of you than you let go of it.
I attempt to wiggle in thanks of freedom.
Roll performance.
It's happening. Now is my time.
Do you speak Wiggles?
I put the goggles on, even closer to my pupil. I put the hat on. I do the dance.
Oh,
You beat its charisma rule of 2. It wiggles back. Jiggle, jiggle.
I give a nod at Pavo.
Gives it like a little rumble, like where its belly would be. A little hungry rumble that adds to its wiggle.
Instead of nodding to Chungo, I wiggle to Chungo.
Alright,
Pavo,
what do slime
as you wiggle, roll me a dexterity saving throw. Because you're standing on your ball bearings.
Understood. Deck safe.
Do
Cool.
you think it eats
You
ball
fall
bearings?
prone again.
Ah, my back!
I pick up a ball bearing and I
God,
put
I
it
almost
in
said
Wiggles.
it. I almost said it.
I get down to all fours and go forward cautiously without lifting my paws, only by
Shuffle, shuffle.
Shuffle,
like not shuffling, but like
shuffling.
hitting my paws against the ground to avoid stepping on any ball bearings.
Sure.
I'm gonna pick up one ball bearing and put it in Wiggles and see if he digests it.
The ball bearing seems to stay suspended within the confines. You see a few bubbles, like air bubbles, form on the metal surface of the ball bearing before Jiggles slowly spits it out.
I don't think he likes the metal, Chungo.
Chuggo pulls out some of his rations and gives it to Wiggles.
Ah. you watch as over the course of the next minute, the rations slowly disappear. Sort of like putting a sugar into like water, like a cube of sugar into water.
Wait,
Let me men explain to you what's dissolving mean.
no. Chogo starts using Wiggles to pick up the ball bearings so that he doesn't have to walk on them.
I'm gonna
then
swim
wiggling.
through the ball bearing.
Roll me a. Dexterity save.
Dex save.
You manage.
19.
You manage to stay in the center of the room, avoiding the studs on either side as you swim your way forward with surprising dexterity. I'm gonna count it as a success for Pablo. What is it? Yeah, that was for
I
Pablo.
thought you were asking.
No, it was for Pablo. What you doing, Rolo?
So I'm trying to listen because sometimes it cuts out.
So pretty much, you look in front of you. The walls haphazardly propped by makeshift frames made from wooden struts. The time-worn frames creak audibly, and a dust occasionally showers down from the ceiling into the tunnel. It looks like it could collapse at any minute from just all the sound you guys have been making, all that. It just
Okay, it cut out. I cannot
Yeah.
sometimes hear this. Can I make a leap for it over the ball bearings?
a running leap, sure,
Can like on all fours, like or if it's faster.
sure. Shango, what are you gonna do before or at the same time as this is going on?
I guess I'll do.
Chogo's going to extremely carefully walk and shuffling his feet.
Okay, so we have Ashling going on all fours and carefully making her way across. Pavo swimming his way across because fuck physics. And as you're carefully making your way across, you see Rollo dart across on you. As soon as she makes the noise leap, the cavern begins to collapse. Can I have you now roll me that DC 13 dexterity save, please?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, Chunko.
Nice. You make it just in time to just get scraped for 3 bludgeoning damage from the falling rocks as the cave partially collapses behind you, making the terrain difficult, along with the bell bearings, but not completely sealing your way back.
Phew. Thank goodness we made it, Wiggles.
You look behind and Wiggles is beneath the rocks again. No one do that to you.
No.
Well,
I will be very...
let me roll dexterity save for Wiggles.
Wouldn't it lift? 'Cause
He's
it's
in my
like
hands.
yellow?
Right. That's fine. Lucky for you, because he rolls like shit. Holy 4.
Wiggles coming with us to the end.
As you proceed onwards, the caverns continue on for another 30 minutes. After 30 minutes of walking through the winding subterranean paths, you arrive at a large cavern. The tunnel opens up into a spacious cavern. You see stalactites and stalagmites dot the floor and the ceiling. You hear the sound of like dripping water in the distance, slowly echoing. The cavern is about 30 feet high and 60 feet across. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's a pretty good representation of it.
Who's drawing this?
Trent.
Hey, stalagmites, stalactites. There,
Yeah.
Fine.
As you approach the center of the room, Wiggles just cannot stop wiggling, and his wiggling intensifies more and more as you approach the center of the room toward the other side of the cavern.
I wiggle at Wiggles to question what Wiggles is wiggling about.
Wiggles just seems to wiggle up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down in a vertical motion, and
I
with
look up.
with each bop, he seems to glow. You look up and you see 2 more Wiggles right above your heads, wriggling just as intently, sending back the same blinking light signal before they just kind of let go of the ceiling and drop onto your heads.
I repeat the wiggles that Wiggles is doing.
Roll me performance.
I do the same thing. Can I attempt to do better than Chungo?
Good luck.
Shit.
One sticky slime lands beside Chungo and seems to repeat the wiggle pattern. The other one lands on Pavo and sneak attacks. With advantage, does a 20 hit, yes. You get dealt 4 bludgeoning damage from just the pseudopod dropping on top of you.
Oh, that's 17 HP.
The slime gels your hair.
I have hair?
Your feathers. You now have a slime hat.
I have wiggles and now waggles.
Wiggles and waggles. Wiggle back and forth. Wiggles, waggles on the third.
I continue to wiggle with them.
Okay, I have to name him now. Because God knows I won't remember this. Waggle.
It's wiggles and waggles.
Waggle. Wiggle. And jiggle.
Oh, what's yours called?
Pavos is called.
Oh, are you gonna name the one that's attacking you?
You hear muffled screaming from inside the slime. Pavo's getting ready to stab himself in the head.
Stab in the head.
Should we roll initiative to see if we can save?
Oh no,
Pablo?
they're not in combat. He's just like on his head and he's just
He doesn't hit him.
I would like
damage.
flash.
It fell on him.
I would like to open
It didn't mean
a
to.
oil flask and coat my hands and my body in it. and
Oh, he
then
hates
get
it.
off.
It just slips
Great.
right off. He's like, yeah! Just
Great.
slicks
I'm
away,
taking
leaving an
another
oily,
oil flask and I'm
sticky
gonna dump
trail
it all over
behind
it.
it. Yeah.
No. I'm dumping an oil flask all over it. No traction for you, slime.
Oh, it
Spit
just
in
slides
place.
all over the place. Just slides away, this away, and that away.
Oily.
Oily, slick.
Now, watch
Is
it
that-
go around us in a circle and trap us in another dexterity saving throw to get past.
No, it's too preoccupied trying to shake off the oil off itself.
Um,
Ugh.
I would react to water.
I attempt to wiggle confirmation. Peace.
You just dumped oil on him, man.
Sawdale, so well, I can't speak.
Tell you what, if it beats your 11,
Okay,
it beats it
boss.
with a 12.
Go! 20! Got it! Suck it, Tom!
Oily eventually shakes off the oil off himself, though you notice that his hue is a little bit tinted than the other ones, making him also recognizable.
I wiggle for him to come over here.
Sensing you wiggles, he comes over here. These sticky slimes seem to be pretty tameable.
Great. sit on me, son.
I'm just admiring what's happening right now. I'm
Same.
We're domesticating
I
the
look at
wildlife.
Rolo and I shake my head, motioning that I don't understand either.
It's a bond only Wiggles may understand.
Secretly, what's happening is we're going to find a king slime, and then we're gonna have to fight like 8 other smaller slimes along with it.
Or you just wiggle at the Slime King.
We will all wiggle and overpower
It'll
the
be a
king.
wiggle battle.
A wiggle battle.
Dominance of Wiggles.
I open up my
Tom's like
my-
writing in his notes like, shut up, Trent.
I motion for him to get into one of my quivers.
He-
Around my arrows.
He's trying very hard to decipher your vibrations, but eventually figures it out as he gets into your quiver.
Good. Now my
Okay.
arrows will not follow.
You see
Oh,
that
look around.
the tips of your arrows slowly sink into the quiver as they dissolve from the bottom into the quiver. No, I'm just kidding.
Uh-oh.
Alright, what else is this cave?
On the opposite side of the cave are 3 exits. One seems to be a smaller opening than the rest, about 4 feet by 4 feet. The second one seems to be a little bit wider, and the third one seems to barely feed yourself. You can't quite make out in the darkness where they lead, but the path ahead branches into 3.
Alright. I'm gonna go over to the doors and I'm gonna hold out Wiggles. And I'm gonna move between each door and see how Wiggles reacts to the doorways.
The first door, Wiggles does not seem to respond much to. The second pathway, I say door. Second pathway, Wiggles gives you a slight reaction, and the third one it gives you a more intense reaction. The third one being the 4x4.
Small one.
4. Yes.
Now, what type of wiggle is this? Is that scared wiggle, or is this like the up and down wiggle?
What are you, the jelly whisperer now?
It's official. I also get in on this as an expert in languages. I attempt to decipher the Wiggles Jungo. This music is perfect.
You brought this on yourself, man.
I did.
You brought this on yourself.
The second door is like a jolly kind of wiggle, and the third jiggle, the one the smaller opening, it's a more shuddering, kind of collapse onto itself wiggle, like a cower wiggle.
All right, we gotta go into the second door. The door? What?
I do
Opening,
as the
right?
slime provides. Avo walked into the second door.
Walking through this wide exit reinforced with rickety wooden beams, red cave-ins, quietly and carefully navigating through, you spot something glistening on the ground. It looks to be like some sort of corroded brass magnifying glass.
Ah, this must be the person's.
What we came here for.
Yeah, the lady we came from.
Your daughter is dead.
Oops.
Shall we get rid of all this stuff?
I recommend you show that
Yeah, read it all.
that item to one of the slime balls and communicate to see if they know where this person is.
They don't speak a language.
Who said Pavo is the language person and Chongo is the dancer?
All right,
Together, they can figure it out.
Chungo wiggles while bumping into the items of the person in like a questioning wiggle.
What is a questioning wiggle?
It's like where you wiggle, but it's like you don't fully understand what the wiggle you're going to finish with. Wiggle. If you were at my house, I would do it.
I'm like,
It's like a...
I'm rubbing my temples because I'm just like, I'm trying to like, what am I supposed to do with it? I'm playing slimes. It like wiggles in such a way that whatever response you want to take from it, doesn't matter if that's what it meant or not, that's what you think it means.
She's
Because it's a
still
fucking
alive somewhere in
slime,
this cave.
and it just wiggles because it's hungry or some shit.
It's somewhere in this cave. She's still alive. Jungle understand wiggle.
Yeah. I'm gonna have you play
Well,
Wiggle from now on.
Alright, where's let's
Wiggle,
search the camp.
Wiggle and Waggle fuse into one Wiggle. They're just
What
gonna
about-
become one bigger Wiggle.
What about my boy? What does he do?
Wiggles.
Oily, he's chilling in his quiver.
Evolve.
Good.
Anyway, there's a corroded brass magnifying glass. And, it looks like the corrosion layer is thin enough to suggest that it's not been here long. It's been just recently damaged, versus like time-worn damage. See what I'm saying?
I would like to pick up. I pick up the
Survival.
eyeglass
Yep.
thingy, and I put it in my pocket.
Sure. Add to your inventory. A magnifying glass, you would know, sells for about 40 gold pieces when sold, if properly cleaned. Other than that, I mean, it's a magnifying glass. It can be used in a variety of ways. You rolled a 20 investigation looking around for any footprints, Rolo. You do find a set of footprints leading down this passage, indeed. seems that you're hot on the trail here.
Let's go.
The footprints you note are made not in dust or in like sunken into the mud, but in like this phosphorescent mucky jelly.
Well, we have to look.
The footprints belonging to what you would imagine an axolotl's footprints are.
I say we follow them.
Cool.
Chungo agrees with this observation that you have made. And I wiggle at Wiggles, that wiggles approvingly.
Yes, and Wiggles back approvingly at your wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
This episode's just episode 2 Wiggle.
Trent. Oh, you know what? Who is taking point? Marching order.
The person who can see the footprints is going first.
Roll me a.
So Rollo?
Roll me a D3. Can you?
Just a D3.
/R space D3. Oh, cool! I have to number lighting here. Well, you got 3. Do we have vision?
It is dark.
It is relatively.
We all have dark. We all have some version of dark vision.
I do
It
not
is
have.
black square.
It's a cube.
If you're talking about the map, yeah, we don't.
It's all black.
1 second. Let me know if you can see. Yes, no, maybe so.
No.
It is black.
Black as night.
Face.
Yes?
No, it's yes.
I see it.
Yes?
I do.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Anybody can't see it?
I can see.
Okay, cool.
I can find.
We can fight. After another 30 minutes of walking through the cavern, following these footprints, the area becomes dimly lit by the smears of luminescent residue, the same one that makes the footprints, which lines the walls of the tunnel, etc. At first, the smears are sporadic, but but soon there is enough to. Well, I can't read anymore. But soon there is enough faintly glowing goo to dimly light your entire surroundings. Coming upon a space that seems to be the center of the cave, you see the young axolotl standing next to a rock formation. Because of the sheen of slime covering her, you are quickly able to deduce that she is in fact stuck to this rock. Her eyes go wide and suddenly focus on something above you. A giant slime drops down from the ceiling and attacks. As I'll ask you all to roll me initiative.
Oh, the closer you get.
I'm just gonna have that represent her for now. I'll get a token for her later.
That looks like a king slime if I ever saw one.
Is that a wiggle competition coming up?
Yes. We should merge ourselves into one being, Chungo.
I pat on top of my shoulders.
I mount Chungo's shoulders.
Chungo, you need to roll initiative.
I
Chungo will
also
roll initiative.
request my oily to sit atop.
Oh,
of my
perfect, Hunter.
Yes!
Yes.
We have ascended. We have
Tom
become
is
one.
sitting here like, fuck off. I don't see that first word.
What do you mean?
Slime.
This one looks
Caustic.
Yeah.
shifting.
Oh, perfect music.
We become one.
Speaking of caustic, new Apex trailer
Yeah, for Valkyrie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hey, canonically now it's fully in Titanfall universe.
Well, I mean, yeah, like, give me the Titans! Speaking of Titans, we've just become one.
We have just become one. We have merged together to make the Wiggle monster.
Yep, oily's on my head.
When this all goes wrong, I'm going to feel real bad.
when we die.
It'll be worth it. Alright.
Hey, these things don't like oil, right?
Yeah, but just hold on. Just wait for it. Are you okay, Tom?
No, I'm done. So you two, doofuses, what are you doing with your combined effort?
Well, I was sitting here thinking if we had Nivets, I could like unleash my 3,000 ball bearings.
Describe what
and
you're doing
you could-
before you do it.
Alright, okay, so we're gonna... Pavo's on my shoulders,
Yes.
and we're wiggling.
We're going
wiggling
to
the wiggle of
the alpha wiggle.
acceptance. Yeah. The wiggle of, like, hello, brethren wiggles. We are here to be friends.
Rule like performance with advantage.
You just
Cool.
Oh, thank God.
Thank God.
we have advantage, right?
I mean,
Yeah, 21.
that's 21. Yeah.
Yeah.
Versus,
The wiggle.
versus a charisma. It doesn't matter. I have -5 to charisma. I roll 3. The 3 caustic-looking slimes, green-looking skeleton thingies begin to bop up and down to your wiggles.
I bob up and down with the wiggles.
The biggest one of them is having none of it.
We should emit the attack signal. Tell the smaller ones to attack the bigger one. For it is
No,
all
we will wiggle the submissive wiggle of showing that it is a dominant wiggler.
All right, Chumbo,
We just
you're the feet of this Power Rangers wannabe, right?
Yeah.
Roll me a strength save, please, as you step into the sticky goop beneath your feet. Cool. You it doesn't bother you anyway.
Yeah, we get this wiggle going.
Yeah.
wiggle.
Rollo. Help you, stirrups.
Okay, can I consult with Ashley? Because, like,
I'm gonna make a little Power Ranger thing.
no.
Dude, we're Voltron right now.
We're the Wiggletron.
Wiggletron.
I don't think we're trying to be hostile right now.
They're stunning them with a dance. I don't know what they're trying to do.
We're trying to be
Can I look
a family.
I would when I imagine this axolotl who's been trapped here, terrified, looks over to this like amalgamation of slime, chicken, and hawk,
I look
just
above.
bopping up and down.
I look above the big slime. Is there anything above, like a sharp rock or something above the
There's
big
stalactites and stuff, yeah.
Can I, like, throw my rapier
You can try.
to kind of, like, make noise something against that rock to...
You can try.
What do I roll for that?
It will be like a dexterity, pure dexterity.
Let me roll dexterity.
A dexterity yeet.
Yeah.
Versus stalactite AC 23. You unhorse spear point that shit. Fucking right at stalactite. I'm gonna I don't know, falling stalactite. Let's make it like 44. 44 piercing damage as the stalactite just smashes. You don't have your rapier in your hand anymore though. It's like
I
beside
know.
the
It's somewhere on the ground, but, like, it's like...
it falls onto the shifting slime, and you see it kind of turn red for a split second as it slishes onto the ground, dealing 11 damage to it. As you just bonk it with a stalactite. There's like debris all over, and before it recuperates, I'm gonna say you move like here for that throw, for that yeet.
Okay,
Jesus Christ, 23.
yeah.
Swashbuckling. Ashling.
I go to the edge of the slime pit, but not entering it, and then I will use my short bow to aim at the big one. Big one, yeah.
Big one?
No, this one. Scary looking one.
This one?
This one.
Yeah.
There we go. This one.
Okay.
I can be closer. Well, I don't know what the range is on my whip. 60 feet?
10 feet of range.
I go to the edge of the slime, but not in the slime. Where am I? What am I holding? Me? Yeah, me. So that, what distance is that?
This entire room's floor is sticky. I'm gonna have you just roll that DC 10 saving throw. Strength, please. Is your
And
step-
how do I do that? This thing? This?
Yes. You're good. Your boots get you through the sticky muck as you make your way toward the center of this glowing chamber.
Yeah, and then I use my bow to attack this one.
Okay, go ahead and roll that.
I can't use sneak attack on it, or can I? Can I use sneak attack on it? with
It doesn't have any distractions, unfortunately, and you're not stealthing, so no.
Wiggle harder, Trent.
We go for stealth.
That's correctly.
Unfortunately, your arrow hits the big target, but it gets swallowed by it. It doesn't seem to have any sort of lasting effect on the shifting slime. But it was an attempt. Chungo Pavo. Your wiggle attempts were good enough for this turn, but the caustic slimes seem to be bopping back up and making their way towards you. What do you do?
We wiggle again.
Yeah? Yeah, you're gonna do
Wiggle?
this to me?
We wiggled to tell them to wiggle over to the side, to here. And I throw some rations.
Don't even
up there.
roll, because I just rolled a -2 to charisma, and I don't know why I'm trying.
Alright.
You slide to the
Trent.
left, and you slide to the right, and they slide to the left. This, I guess this.
Right. We wiggle forwards.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Alright. Wiggle 15 feet. Because I'm also carrying you and I'm in this slime.
Yeah.
Can
I-
I prepare
You're like the
an
CC of
oil
the group.
flask on one of my arrows this turn?
Oh, I did not mean to.
Sure, yeah. I'll say it's a free action.
Right.
Rolo, stop.
I just
I just need to see both your health bars.
okay.
Yes, keep a turn. Oh, they don't even have a turn.
Uh.
Oh, fuck me, right? I don't need a turn. Hold on.
Okay, sorry.
I was gonna say that they just they don't care, dude. They don't care about us.
Yeah,
Come on,
Humblewood
wiggle.
really is chill, isn't it? Ain't it?
I was like, feels bad, man.
Enemies don't even have turns.
Right? I'm gonna have them. There we go. Caustic slime area. 4? Cool. Alright, cool. Go on, sorry.
Okay, do you want to go?
No, it's fine.
Okay, so is it now distracting from the thing? Or is it not?
The caustic slimes are jiving with it, but the shifting slime is having out of it. Mostly because you hit it and hit it with a giant stalactite.
Okay, can I go? Can I sneak around to help this person? Why can I not play? The one that's all the way in the back, stuck. Who we're going after.
How are you gonna make yourself meld with surroundings?
I kind of gotta go like in between here. Cause I think this is a pointed rock, so maybe like behind it, in between, and kind of snake around them, and kind of stay like in the shadows on the very edge. As much
Roll
as I
stuff with disadvantages because you're well illuminated in all this bioluminescent light, and I will rule a contesting perception, I guess, for slime, for blind sight, vibrations. Then I haven't relying on sight. It's just vibrations, right?
can. I did so good.
Yeah, no. They keep wiggling like with each wiggle they draw closer to you.
So
But
do
you can
I-
still
do I
move.
But
Yeah.
like I'm just noticed.
You can still move, yeah.
Hold on, let me just see. Oh, I can move. I'm gonna do it as a bonus.
I'm gonna keep this.
So
The
like,
lullaby.
okay, so so I can go all the way to up that rock.
You do realize the movement is not like diagonal like that, but it's like this. See what I'm doing here?
Okay, can I? Well, I'm using my.
That's
bonus
25 feet right there.
Bonus. So how would that?
So that will be 30, and you can move 30 from here.
Yeah, I'm doing just 30.
I'm just saying it's not a straight line, so like 30 will be like up to here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then that's where I am. I'm just noticed now.
Yeah. Unarmed rather.
I can fight.
Ashling, yeah.
I'm going to move forward toward one, 2, 3, 4. Should be able to get to that in my 30 feet, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with what? I don't even need to get that close to it. I'm gonna do 15 feet away from it. I think that's about 15 feet.
10 feet, but yeah.
Whatever. And I'm going to use my my whip because I just want to use it.
I'm gonna give you sneak on that just because it's distracted by the wiggle. Wiggles
Okay.
the COP. That hits.
Ooh. It.
But what's the damage? 5 total. Okay.
I really love this music.
Yes. Trent, how are you doing? Are you tired?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be done with this. Alright. Shifting slime. Slowly but surely makes his way toward the wigglers. I hate the name. Oh, look, it can barely.
That is the party's name now.
Yes. Bopping up and down to beat. Yeah.
What kind of damage did my little slime take?
5 in total from your whip.
I don't see the bars of them.
Yeah, you don't need to see the bars. One attack against, yes, hit attack, okay. Bavo. As it becomes nice and tall, it grabs you from the head first and begins to swallow you, working its way toward your knees, grappling you. Swallowed. Attack. Oh, just that's it.
Can I like
What?
react to grab his legs?
You can strength contest.
I'll do that.
Sure, it's rule 21.
Just strength natural,
Like athletics.
athletics.
Yeah.
Dang it.
No. As it, Pavel gets swallowed up, suffering 3 acid damage.
Who's taking the damage?
You.
You. It just like went on top of me and was like, it just grabbed you.
The swallow target is restrained, has a total cover against attacks and other effects outside of the shifting slime. It must make a Constitution saving throw at the start of each of its turns or take additional damage. If the shifting slime uses its adaptive ability to become immune to damage, don't worry about that. That's something else. All right. Don't worry.
Take out
about
the jar of mushrooms and open it.
You can wait for your turn.
Oh shit. Damn it!
Just chills out. Your turn's coming up, dude.
Caustic Slime rules Wisdom save DC 10 against your Wiggle charm. This one rules a 3, this one rules a 14, this one rules an 11. Thank God!
No.
So this one's still in the Wiggles. Still in the Wiggle zone.
Yes.
Yes. But these ones will slowly but surely make it all the way over here. All the way over here. Doesn't an 8 doesn't hit against you, so don't worry about it. Chungo.
Alright. I'm gonna let Pavel Rudd do his turn first.
Okay.
Pavel Red attempts to hold his breath.
Roll
He
me a
opens-
constitution saving throw, please.
19.
You save.
Good. Pavo opens his jar of mushrooms and lets the slime absorb them.
I'm gonna roll a constitution saving throw. It's a natural 20. I'm not making it up.
Damn it.
Pablo
It
attempts
begins to
to-
change color very rapidly as it takes some sort of effect. You see it turn from like this slime green to ice blue to bright crimson. It turns completely clear and then vibrant yellow, dark black, dark green, bright violet, warm orange, bright white. It just
definitely
keeps changing color.
We made psychedelic slime.
I
Oh, no.
attempt. Can I also attempt to wiggle to get my slime to activate itself inside of this one?
Activate? Like
Gave
what?
me the
Blow up?
slime, didn't you?
Yeah, he's in my quiver.
Like activate how?
Like, attack it apart.
You mean like die inside of the other slime?
Yes. Sacrifice itself.
Wow, dude.
You let them keep them as pets, Tom. It's your fault.
I know, I'm rolling attack for pseudopod. Ever valiant to its new owner, it deals 3 bludgeoning damage from inside as it begins to... I don't know how you deal bludgeoning damage to another slime, but it does. Fuck
Good.
you.
Good. Now crawl back inside the quiver, slime baby.
Sure thing, buddy. Chungo.
Chungo gonna pull out his mace because Chungo realizing that some of the wiggle ain't working. And I'll slap at the slime in front of Pavel Rudd. Where's my button for that? Doosh.
Yeah, how do you want to miss?
Chungo. Chungo
What?
lost his mace.
Okay.
Gosh.
One of the caustic slimes like grabs your mace and starts dealing the acid damage to it.
So, Chungo mace. That's all I can do except for slowly wiggle.
As everybody's distracted, I'm gonna continue to try to save. I cannot click for some reason. Save our
Person?
prisoner. So do I have to roll or something?
What are you trying to do?
Trying to go and save the person in the back who's stuck in the slime. I'm gonna like maybe bite through the slime that's keeping her trapped there. Bite or claw. Savage.
You make your way past the mock of a yonder about this much. Sure, roll me bite.
Okay.
Yeah.
A bite.
Yeah, you work your way like half through all the muck and slime holding her together.
Okay.
Working your way from her like feet up to the other parts of her body that are bound to the rock.
I'll just keep going at it then.
Sure.
As best as I can.
Ashling.
I back up slightly behind this thing. I back up slightly to about 10 feet behind Chungo, and I use my whip on the big ugly one.
For it.
I'm assuming that's not a sneak attack anymore, unless by the fact that Chungo's there makes it a sneak attack.
I mean, it's distracted by Pavarud.
Cool, it's a sneak attack. Woohoo, go whip.
Yes.
Dang it. And my sneak attack.
Mm-hmm. Continue your assault. Caustic shifting slime begins to change color and rolls Constitution, trying to maintain Pavarot within itself without vomiting. Rolls a 22. Pavo. That does not hit your AC. It maintains you inside it, and it begins to shift toward and slide toward the wall of the under. In turn, causing Slime's attack. You, Chungo, your AC is 18. Only one of them hits for 6 acid damage.
I will activate the spine shield.
Nice. You only take 1 acid damage, reflecting by 5 to the most injured one. And it's either yours or Pavo's turn again.
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to do something?
Hunter.
Okay. I'll go first. I'm going to put my shield away and pull out my maul. Am I allowed to attack now?
Yep.
Okay. And I'll slam one of the closest, this one. Actually, no, wait, that's the one that stayed with me for longer. I'm gonna do this one. That one has my mace. I'm assuming.
Yep. Had. Yep.
God damn it.
Trying to wriggle the mace out of it took most of the effort.
It's all I can
Roll.
do.
It's you.
I'm gonna continue biting for the.
Bite attack. It's like 3 left.
Okay.
Damage. Yeah, you managed to free the axe total out of her restraints.
Can I continue?
You can move, yeah.
Can I move her and I to like a safer, darker, or move at least her away to a safer, darker spot where she can't?
Yeah, you can escort her up to your movement speed.
Where's the exit?
There's an exit about 10 feet from you over there, yeah. It's just like somewhere.
As close to as possible, so
You came from this way, but you know.
if that's another exit, why not?
Yeah, it's another tunnel.
Why not?
Sure. You venture over there. As Ashling, you take your turn. Megan? Still with us?
I'm going to. Yes.
Yep.
You not hear me?
Yep.
Sorry, Wiggles was in the way. Who's muffling me? I'm going to continue to. Ocelot is adorable. I'm going to attack. This one, the little one that's. This one. How do I do that? Go ahead. This one?
Yep.
That one.
Yep. Go ahead with that roll. Rolling back your hand and giving it one whip. It will be with sneak attack because Chungo is right there. Yep. Go ahead and roll that damage. You seem to only roll sneak every time. I would have you click the whip beneath the 21, and that will roll the sneak attack with it if it's checked out. See? So that'll be. Ooh, that's a crisp 9. Yeah, you whip it. The skull that makes its head. I can't words anymore. Dislodges as the slime dies, or the equivalent of whatever slime does to dying. Shifting slime continues its climb as it continues to digest Pavo within. Pavo, you are dealt 7 acid damage.
Pavo dies.
Pavo is rendered unconscious as it continues climbing up the wall.
Oh no.
Caustic slimes. The caustic slimes that you don't manage to penetrate any of your armor class, you being heavy and big and jungle.
Big trouble.
Pavo, I'll have you roll me a death save as jungle takes its turn.
If I get there, is that enough to
That's
reach?
a failure, right?
Yes. 1.
Alright. I get there. 2 attack of opportunities against me.
Yes, I'm on it. Okay. They rolled 14 and 23. 23 hits for a total of 4 acid damage.
Alright. I am going to, with one hand, I attach Slime Buddy to the back, Wiggles to the back of my back.
Yep.
And I pull rations out with one hand, and then I plunge both my hands into the big slime, and grab Pavo with the other hand, and pull him out.
Shifting slime rolls charisma with disadvantage to accept or deny the exchange. Rolling a crisp -2, letting go of Pavo and accepting your offering. Spitting out Pavo onto the ground, it continues to like slide up, and you see it maneuver into like a 1-inch crevice and slowly into it.
Okay.
It gives
I say Pavo.
one final signal outwards, a pulsating glow of light that seems to illuminate outwards through the fungus and onto the caustic slimes by Ashling, and they give a quick juggle, quiver, shiver, and begin to retreat. As I'm gonna call it end of combat for the sake of like end of session. Because we're getting tired. And this was good. Yeah. Oh, I can hear Trent passing out. I haven't heard Trent being this tired since Strahd.
Shut up.
Good job.
That was-
Are you gonna give Pavo muff
negative
from
1
off?
medicine. Oh, nice. Alright. Thank God it's not disadvantage trying to.
I'm gonna go to Pavo and try to resuscitate him slightly.
With the combined effort of you not quite knowing what you're doing and Jungle surprisingly knowing what he's doing, you managed to stabilize him. He's gonna be at 0 HP. We're gonna continue this next session. This is gonna be a to be continued kind of thing. I am going to mention one thing before we go. As the slime wriggles out and you make it its offering, when you retrieve your hand, Chungo, you seem to have grabbed it by accident or something, or just clung to you with a sticky goop, is a pendant. It looks like, I'll show you what it looks like.
What?
Ugh.
My mace is somewhere. I have to remember that. I'll grab my mace as well.
Looks like this.
It's really cool. That's creepy hands.
Yeah, creepy hands. But I think we should call it a session. This was fun. We're running a little bit past the time because we had a little of a delay there in the beginning. I had fun.
That was a good session.
I'll
Thanks,
let
Tom.
Trent
Thanks.
go because he has to work tomorrow. Thank you for the rest of you too for coming along, and we'll continue from here next session.
Thank you for the session, Tom.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tom.
Yep.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Nefetz comes into the room like, what did I miss?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, where are the other guys? Did they have to work or something?
Well, hold on. Let me stop recording. Bye, YouTube.